Hey everybody, thanks for joining our session today. My name is Megan. I'm the Senior Marketing Specialist here at V Technologies. Today I'm also joined by Matt, who will be handling our presentation, and he's our Senior Account Sales Executive here at V Technologies for Acumatica. And I do want to let everybody know, please feel free to ask any questions in the chat or the Q&A area, and we'll try to get to those at the end of the session. And if we're not able to get to everybody's questions, we will follow up with you directly after the event, either later today or tomorrow, and answer those. And then the session will be recorded. I just want to remind you, and acu-connect will be sending out a follow-up email with a link to everybody's session's recording. And I'm going to go ahead right now and pass things over to Matt so he can start the presentation.
All right. Thank you, Megan. And thanks, everyone, for taking the time to join our session. See a lot of familiar names and faces, but appreciate it, of course. And, of course, today we're going to talk about just StarShip, streamlining your shipment, Acumatica shipments with StarShip and our deep integration to the software. So just to start off real quick, for those that aren't aware, oops, bear with me one sec.
We have the slides again, Matt. They did go away, but they're back up.
Yeah, of course, I knew this was going to happen. Bear with me one second. Slideshow. It's out here. Bear with me one sec. Sorry.
Matt, is it not moving from slide to slide, or what's the?
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it does that where if they X out. Sorry about that, everyone. Of course, live demos, always something. So just if you're unaware, a little bit about V Technologies. So we were founded in 1987. At V Technologies, all we do is integrated shipping solutions. So we're not dabbling anything else. Really nice thing with that is we think about all the little niches and shipping options. Really focus on streamlining our clients' shipping processes and supporting really, again, all those carrier, kind of one-off options, so on and so forth. Like there's solutions out there that don't even have a special instruction field, which a lot of carriers do require. But we are located in Connecticut, and things like our development QA, most importantly, our support team, is done in-house. So we're not outsourcing anything. And with carriers like UPS and FedEx, we are also a certified solution. And what that means is for things like shipping labels, UPS and FedEx, they do require certified labels that meet their specifications. So just know our labels are delivered to clients and to customers already certified. We meet all the specs, so clients don't have to worry about doing and worrying about those requirements. Now, with UPS, as you see, actually last year we were named the 2022 Premier Partner, which is a great award to receive. But also with those carriers like UPS, and I always mention this because I find a lot of customers or even prospects, they're unaware that UPS and FedEx actually have subsidy programs that you can qualify for. And through those programs, because we are a certified solution for them, you can actually use that money that you qualify for to purchase StarShip, or really purchase anything like the subscription base or training, installation, so on and so forth. Or I should say education is the new thing to say for training, as I learned yesterday. But at VTech, we also integrate with 14 other ERP systems. So again, been doing this a long time, a lot of different integrations, but one of my favorite integrations, of course, is with Acumatica. Acumatica is, as we all know, such a great product, and you'll see a lot of things that StarShip has developed and support in our program are actually things that Acumatica have thought about, like dashboard programs and email notification to send out emails, even storing like customer third-party information. So you'll see, we've developed those over the years because these other ERP systems don't support that. But of course, with Acumatica, they do. But we've been working with them for 8 years, one of the longest running ISV shipping solutions. And of course, in the 35 years that we have been developing integrated shipping solutions, we've actually had over 10,000 companies that have used StarShip to streamline their day-to-day shipping activities. So let's jump into it. So about StarShip, we consider it what we call a multi-carrier, multi-shipping option solution, or multi-mode. And really what that means is through StarShip, you're going to be able to process all your different type of shipments. So from small parcel, LTL, international blind drop shipment. And the key with that is, a lot of customers out there, especially on, I usually say the LTL side, where a lot of customers, they have 5 to 10 LTL carriers. And really to rate shop those, we have to go to each individual LTL carrier's website to get the rates, and then, okay, yeah, I'm going to choose Mr. ABC's trucking. And now I need to go back to them and schedule the pickup. So these are things that StarShip handles that really, as a shipper now, I can save time and just through one platform, be able to do live rate shopping and process shipments and get shipping documentations. I don't have to wait for them to be generated. It happens right at time of shipment. And so again, as I mentioned, with StarShip, rate shopping and shipping both parcel and LTL. So live rate shopping. And with Acumatica, we do offer that, or not even offer, it's included. You can use it or you don't have to. But we offer and add that inside sales order entry, as well as, of course, at the shipping level. So as a customer service front office worker, I can actually do live rate shopping. I can pull up a StarShip screen that shows me everything I've put on that sales order as the items. I can put them in boxes. I can select package types, and I can see my live rates. And then, of course, if I accept that, what StarShip will do is it will update the Acumatica sales order with the ship via code. It's UPS ground. It automatically updates that. We'll update the freight cost and freight price. So what we want to charge the customer, as well as what we're going to be charged for the shipment. And then, of course, when we get into having all these multiple carriers, maybe we don't want our shipper or our front office worker to decide who we should use, or maybe it's they want to select the least expensive, but we don't want them to take that time to go through all the different carriers. So you can even set up rules like best way, where, hey, StarShip, you automatically select the least expensive carrier service, or maybe least amount of delivery days. So there's a lot of functionality with rules, from ship via rules. I have a client that sells chocolate, and they actually have a user-defined or attribute field in sales order entry. And the customer service rep selects that anytime the weather is above 70, 75 degrees. StarShip looks at that field, automatically changes the shipment to UPS second day, just in case they didn't. That way, there's less chance the chocolate is going to melt. Okay, so again, a lot of ways we can help streamline and automate the whole process. Also with USPS, I know they kind of got a bad rep in the day, but a lot of our clients do use USPS to ship out their products. And a lot of them do, of course, it's going to depend on the size and the zone or where it's going to. But, you could save $2-3 over UPS and FedEx to ship with USPS. So we have an integration with them. You're going to gain access to discounted USPS rates. Actually, now they call them CEC rates. I should have practiced that. But with those rates are basically e-commerce rates. So just know you're going to gain access to discounted rates. And with StarShip, we teamed up with Easy Post. And with our integration, it is free. Our clients do not have to pay a monthly fee. So why not use it? You're going to have access to the integration for free, as well as use their services for free, the Easy Post account. So it's worth just having it there. If you don't want to ship, you don't have to select them. But it's nice to see, hey, how much is this going to cost me compared to a UPS and FedEx? Now, also with StarShip, we do bring in the line level information, and that's going to help us automate things like international documents, where we can have StarShip populate commercial invoices, shipper's letter of instructions, any of those documents that you might need. Nice thing is all the information is already going to be on the form. Same thing with bill of lading. Again, when we're doing LTL, I find a lot of clients, we have an Excel document that we mainly fill out to create the bill of lading form. So StarShip's automatically going to generate that with all the information already populated for the shipper. Same thing, hazmat. We can take that international or the hazmat information. We have a whole database where we can store all the required hazmat info that you're going to need to populate. So now as a shipper, again, I can bring in an item. StarShip's going to know it's hazmat. It knows the profile with all the correct information. And same thing on the international side. Again, I know Acumatica has databases for that information. But again, with StarShip, we also can store that or map it in from Acumatica's database. So again, really, I'll say this 100 times about streamlining, where I just want to be able to select a shipment, bring it in, and process it. The less things I have to click, type, touch, of course, the better. Now, also, if anyone out there is doing blind drop shipment, we can streamline that. Automatically have StarShip change the sender information. Maybe it has to show like it's coming from ABC's company, and then with our shipping documents, we can customize those and even include shipping or printing rules where StarShip will know, oh, hey, this shipment is for ABC. Now I'm going to automatically print this special packing list that has their logo, their information. All right. So again, just automation is the key here. And then of course, again, I mentioned StarShip does have that dashboard program, and Acumatica does a great job. But with the dashboard, you can really have anyone access it that you like, and you're going to gain access to all the shipping information. We have widgets, graphs, up to you what displays, heat maps showing you where all your hotspots are going. Of course, a bunch of canned crystal reports, and then also with StarShip, we include our own e-notification program where, again, it's going to allow you to create your own custom email templates. So you can send out emails to your customers with your company information. You can even show them item box detail. And the real nice thing is the tracking number is going to be hyperlinked. So the customer can click on that, be directed to the carrier's website. That way, hopefully, they're not going to end up calling you just to find out, hey, where's my order? Where's my shipment? All right, so a little bit about the integration with Acumatica. So we do live outside of Acumatica, but the nice thing with that is really as a shipper, I can just live, play, work inside of StarShip. I don't have to be inside Acumatica. I don't have to jump back and forth. But regardless of that, it's a real-time integration. So, as we're updating or adding new shipment or sales order records, because we can also pull by sales order records with StarShip, StarShip's picking those up, automatically. So there's no lag. I don't have to wait as a shipper. And even with StarShip, just because it's inside StarShip as waiting, I'm going to call it kind of like waiting in that queue, because it's basically a mirror of Acumatica. We're not staging anything. Someone can even go in and modify, like say a shipment record. It's not going to yell and say, hey, that's sitting inside StarShip's lookup. Nope, it's all just a mirror. So you can go in, make a change to the shipment record, and StarShip, again, is automatically going to pick up those changes. Now, when we process a shipment through StarShip, we're going to automatically update Acumatica again, live time. As soon as that shipper processes that shipment, we're going to update Acumatica with information like tracking, shipped on date, ship via codes. We can reverse translate those. So if it comes in, say, UPS ground, and you have a ship via UPSG, and maybe the shipper decides that FedEx is going to be better, or USPS, StarShip will automatically reverse translate, update that ship via code. So it reflects how it really went out the door. Again, item package detail. So a lot of clients out there are using Acumatica's WMS, which if you are, just know however you define that item box information through the WMS is how it's going to flow into StarShip. If you're not using a WMS with StarShip, you can do that. It's simple drag and drop inside of StarShip. So you can select package types. You can put items in boxes. Also know that is not a requirement with StarShip, so you don't have to get into that level of detail. I have some clients that, for our smaller orders, we'll do that. It's simple enough, drag and drop. But, some of our orders are 100 line items. I don't want my shipper to have to put items in each of the different packages. So with StarShip, it's an option. You don't have to do it. It's not going to yell at them and say, hey, I can't ship that because there's no item in the box. Okay. But we will reverse translate those box IDs, as long as they're set up inside Acumatica's packaging database. StarShip would update the package name. And then, of course, what we put in those boxes, the quantities that we're shipping. As you see, update freight price, freight cost, and that's standard out of the box, where we'll update your negotiated price as well as what we want to charge the customer. With charging customers, you can even get into doing freight rules. StarShip supports that, where maybe it's free shipping over X amount of dollars. Or I always say, I have clients that ship fragile items, so they actually have rules that tell StarShip, hey, anytime this item ships, add a flat rate of like $3 to help cover the additional packaging material. Then also with StarShip, the much more part, this is kind of important because with StarShip, we actually have a built-in custom write-back feature. So you can even take any additional shipping information and push that back into, say, attribute fields, or maybe on the shipment record, you want to update those reference fields, reference 1, reference 2. My system, I actually have StarShip updating the dimensional weight. So I have some clients that, we want to see what that dimensional weight was and make sure we're sending out our items in correct boxes. And then also the ETA. hey, when is it going to be delivered? So we could take any additional information and send it back. The other big thing a lot of clients do is, okay, you know what? We have a website. We're charging customers for freight on our website. So I don't want StarShip to override that freight amount. And of course, we can set up those rules so it won't. But what we can also do is, okay, let's always take back what we would have charged them through StarShip if we shipped it, send it back into an attribute field. That way, now it's in Acumatica, you can have that added to reports, and you could be able to keep track and make sure you're not losing money. A lot of clients do flat rate shipping on their website where it's 0 to 100, it's $25. So if we do that, you're going to be able to keep track and make sure you're not losing money, and make sure kind of those rules and matrix on your website for shipping are accurate and valid. Also, of course, we're going to mark that shipment status complete. So, once we process it, shipment's complete, then you're going to be able to create those invoices and get those out and capture your funds for the shipment. Also, we can create a note. So again, if you don't want to use the custom write back feature where we can send information to different fields, you could also just have StarShip create a note. There's that note field on the shipment tab. And again, it's up to you. You can send back as much information as you like into that note field. And we also do have separate notes for LTL and parcel shipments because a lot of times you do probably want to send back different information for those different type of shipments. Right. And of course, StarShip is cloud-based. So a nice thing with that, of course, is you're always going to be on the latest version. We host it, we maintain it. Also, we have different plans based on shipping volumes. So with those plans, you are going to gain access to unlimited users. And for example, if you go with a small parcel carrier only plan, you're going to gain access to all the small parcel carriers that we integrate with. So you don't have to pay for that.
Matt, we've lost your slides.
That's interesting.
Liz, are you seeing them? Is it just me? Oh. Wait, got them. They're back.
Got them?
Sorry to interrupt.
No worries.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay. And then, of course, if you go with a small parcel LTL plan, again, you're going to gain access to all the carriers StarShip integrates with. So currently, that's over 24 different integrations with carriers. And like I said, that gives you access to do that live rate shopping to make your shipping process easier. And then we actually have a portal that you can log into. In that portal is where we also have some additional reporting tools, see your volume, where you're sitting at for the month, of course, the different plans, but also know a lot of our clients, of course, are seasonal. And just know with StarShip, you're not locked into a plan. If I decide to, because of course you can pay month to month, or if you wanted to, we can even offer additional discounts if you prepay for a year. But even if you prepay, you're not locked into a tier. So you can go in at any time, switch plans. You can even configure StarShip to change the plan ahead of time. So when next month comes up, hey, I'm going to be really busy or really slow, StarShip would automatically change that. And then, of course, with StarShip, with those unlimited users, you can, of course, assign user roles and permissions based on the user. So give them access to what they can and can't do. Okay. So this slide is just a snapshot of some of the carriers that we do integrate with. Again, so that those are live integrations that are all included with StarShip. So with those, each carrier kind of offers different options, but usually we do fully pick up any of those carrier contract rates and additional contract options that you have with each of the carriers. Oops. Let me go to my next slide here. It's going to do this to me again. Oops. Okay. Bear with me. It's not letting me. So actually, next I was going to talk about, so StarShip also has e-commerce integrations. Those are also included with our with the different cloud plans. So I know usually a lot of clients use the Acumatica e-commerce integrations. I usually recommend that because ours are more on the back end. We're not going to automatically create the sales order inside of Acumatica for you. It's more of when I process the shipment, StarShip can update the e-commerce site with the actual shipping information. And then I can't get this to kick back here. Come on. Here, let me just X out again. Apologize for this. I don't know why this does this. And then real quick, I know we're kind of running out of time here, but this is just a snapshot of inside StarShip where you can get into that item box information. So here I can manually move items around, select packages if I'm not doing it ahead of time inside of Acumatica. And then here's just an example of the rate quoting. And again, these are just kind of snippets from the actual main screen. But here's where, for example, this is an LTL shipment. Now, as you see, I can see all my LTL carriers, business days, total days, ETA, the contract rate, and then that applied charge would include plus or minus any freight rules. Here are just examples of those documents that I was talking about, where we can have them set up where everything's generated. So really, as a shipper, I don't have to stop and fill out anything. And then here, of course, is an example of that e-notification program that I was talking about. So as you see, you can create a custom email, have your company information, hyperlink tracking information, item to box detail if you'd like, the ETAs even on there. With these templates, you can even assign emailing rules. So for example, on this one, I have 2 hyperlink fields down below, and one's a 20% off promo code. So I can have my customer click on that, be directed back to my carrier, my website, have them use that code. But the point is, maybe I only want to send this to certain customers. So you can most certainly create those rules. I think we have a couple minutes left. I'm not sure. I could save some time for questions. I can put up my contact information, but please feel free if you'd like to reach out, discuss further. I'm more than happy to schedule calls so we can go deeper into the weeds, of course, with StarShip, show you that integration with Acumatica, discuss and talk about your shipping requirements and needs, and how StarShip can help streamline that.
Hey, Matt, I just wanted to jump in and ask everybody who's still on, if you could just take a minute to answer the poll, we'd really appreciate that.
Oh, yes.
And then if you could, Matt, your slide is up. Could you just review the special promotion we're offering for acuCONNECT attendees?
Yeah, sure. So for acuCONNECT, as you see, you can save up to 25% off the subscription cost of StarShip. It does depend on the plan that you choose. And of course, I'll be more than happy to, once I find out about shipping needs and your volumes, we can, recommend a plan for you that fits your needs. But this would be, you're going to save up to 25%. And as you see, just have to pay for onboarding services. So the nice thing with StarShip is, if you want to move forward, you like what you see, really all we require up front is just for the onboarding services. And then whenever you're ready to move forward with StarShip and activate it and get it installed and get you trained or educated, that's up to you. But again, most certainly more than happy to show you the plans and the discounts that we are offering for this show.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt, for the great presentation. And we will stay on for just a couple more minutes. So if anybody has any questions for us, please feel free to ask those in the chat or the Q&A area. But I just want to thank everybody again for joining us. Matt, did you have any final comments if we don't get any more questions?
No, likewise. Really appreciate everyone taking the time. And, it's great that everyone is here with acuCONNECT. This is a great community, to help learn, answer questions, and really appreciate everyone for attending this event.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, everybody, for joining.
Thanks, everyone. See you all soon.
Yes, looking forward to the other sessions today. There's going to be a lot of good presentations. So feel free to stop by our booth, too, if anybody has questions that they think of after they jump off. But thank you again. Great job, Matt.
All right. Thank you. Take care, everyone.